So here we are on the world famous toy railway, a mountain railway that connects Kalka in the lowlands to Shimla in the Himalayan foothills. Shimla is the capital of Himachal Pradesh, and Himachal Pradesh is probably one of the most beautiful states in India. The Kalka-Shimla railway is a narrow gauge railway. Everything is downsized to deal with the limitations faced by both engineers and builders of the famous line. And in 2008, the Kalka-Shimla railway line became part of the Mountain Railways of India World Heritage Site. The tempered coolness that this lovely railway journey offers, as it climbs from the Ganga Valley into Himalayan India, together with the beautiful scenery, offers a traveller a very, very different view of India. And away from the noise, packed cities and the endless hassle because of one's Western tourist status that attracts so many Klingons and scammers in droves, particularly around the tourist centres. The Shimla Railway starts in Kalka, and its construction began in 1898 and was completed in 1903 and inaugurated by Lord Curzon, who was the Viceroy of India at the time. The toy railway was the last part of the rail link that the British built that would directly connect Delhi with Shimla. Shimla became, during the British Raj period, the capital of British India during the hot season, when living for the British in Delhi was unbearable because of the heat. By train, the distance between Kalka and Shimla is 89 kilometres, though as the bird will fly, it's only 35. This because the railway has had to take advantage of the mountainous topography, affording us the beautiful views taken in at a leisurely pace and at a very, very refreshing, cooler altitude climbing towards Shimla. So this railway was the last part of the rail link to be constructed, which would connect Delhi with Shimla. It was a critical piece of infrastructure, cutting journey times down between the two dramatically and making what had been an arduous trip into a relaxing and enjoyable one. Its planning and building came at a point when the British Empire had reached its supreme power, globally and in India. The line has 864 bridges and 102 tunnels in use, 919 curves, and a ruling gradient of about 3%. The line finishes in Shimla at an elevation of 2,076 metres. Shimla is as close to an alpine town that you will find in India, and an intriguing one at that, because it was a British alpine town. Originally a scattering of houses in 1819 below Jacko Hill, where a Hindu temple is located, Lieutenant Ross, assistant political agent in the Hill States in that year, set up a wooden cottage at Shimla. A few years later, the Kennedy House was built, this house becoming the most favoured house to stay in as the popularity of Shimla quickly grew. The foundation of the Christ Church was laid in 1844. In 1863, John Lawrence, Viceroy of India, moved the summer capital of the British Raj to Shimla. The city became better planned. The Viceregal Lodge was built on Observatory Hill, as was a town hall, a library and a theatre along the ridge and mall. As the summer capital of the Raj, the city held many important political meetings, including the Shimla Accord in 1914 and the Shimla Conference in 1945. Himachal Pradesh came into being after independence, when 28 princely states were amalgamated, Shimla holding its capital position. Today it has a population of about 145,000 people. So different is Shimla that it would be easy to forget that we are in India, which is of course an ancient Hindu country. And to remind us all of the fact, above the city, over the Christian churches and its European ways, stands the tallest statue in the world dedicated to Hanuman, the divine monkey god and principal devotee to Rama, the supreme being for Rama-centric Hinduism. The statue stands atop Jacko Hill, inside the old temple grounds, and was inaugurated in 2010. And here, because the belief is that Hanuman left his giant footprint on this mountaintop when landing, and in search for a herbal cure needed for a priest injured during a battle. For Hindus that believe that Rama is just a deity rather than the supreme being, Rama then is regarded as the seventh incarnation of Vishnu. Other famous incarnations of Vishnu being both Buddha and Krishna. In the ancient Hindu texts called the Ramayana, Hanuman plays a major part, but evidence of devotional worship is missing in the later texts and from the archaeological evidence, until well into the medieval age. He seems to have had a real birth at the beginning of the second millennium BC and after the Islamic conquest of India. It's no surprise, looking at the statue, that Hanuman is a symbol of strength and of nationalism, and is regarded as having heroic initiative and assertiveness in the right proportions, and faith in his personal god Rama. As his presence grows in a modernizing India, he is now associated with scholarship, meditation, inner self-control, the martial arts, and faith and service to a cause.